amateur radio operators, a reminder, the Lake County Amateur Radio Association Thursday night 2-meter net will be starting in 15 minutes. This is N8IJG. That's at 7 p.m. N8IJG.
Hello, Bill. Yes, WMIK over here in Nicholson. This is down here in Shelby County. I'll figure out the reason something and listen. I'm not sure how well it's transmitted. See what happens.
W8MIJ, N8IJG. You're making it in, Jim. I need to run for a quick minute, get a couple things done before the net begins, so I'm going to jump out of here. N8IJG.
Okay, very good. Just trying to jump in there and say hello. And I'll be listening. I'll try and get into the next, but no guarantee. Talk to you later, in case I do. But it's not a good weekend. That's the 4th of July. WAMIQ.
Good evening. Welcome to the N8BCVHF repeater. The time is 6:59 p.m.
Calling CQ, LOCQ for the Lake County Amateur Radio Association, Thursday night, 2-meter net. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Lake County Amateur Radio Association's Thursday night, 2-meter net. This net meets every Thursday at 7 p.m. on the 147 at 210 megahertz repeater, which is owned, sponsored, and maintained by LaCara, the Lake County Amateur Radio Association of Lake County, Ohio. Your net control station for this special LaCara Thursday night 2-meter net is N8IJG, November 8, India Juliet Golf. My name is Bill. I'm located in Wycliffe. The purpose of the net is primarily for, but not necessarily limited to, the sharing of amateur radio information with each other. Here's a list of some of the things we're looking for here on the net. Any information you may have concerning VE testing sessions, AMFest information, or any information you may have downloaded from the various amateur radio websites. We're interested in any DX that you may have worked, whether it was on HF, VHF, or UHF. Are you a member of any other clubs in addition to or other than LaCara? If so, what activity has your club been up to? We'll take sunshine reports here on the net. If you know of someone who's recovered from an illness or surgery, let us know so we may offer words of encouragement here on the net. We'll take any silent key announcements you may have. We'll also take classified items here on the net. If the item you are selling belongs to you, then you can mention the price. But if the item belongs to a buddy or an estate sale, please refrain from mentioning the price. This is N8IJG for the Lake County Amateur Radio Association's Thursday night 2-meter net. Well then, we need to get the net started, and to do so, I will be asking for check-ins. But we always begin the net first with mobile, low power, and FM stations. So if you happen to be traveling on Interstate 90 somewhere between Cleveland and Erie, or out and about running an errand on this Thursday evening, we'd like to hear from you. So then, if there are any mobile or low power stations that wish to check in at this time, please call. This is N8IJG.
Any mobile or low power stations for the Thursday night 2-meter net? see how many people are around this evening on this Independence Day, July 4th, 2019. And we got one station on Echolink, N8IJG. Jim, good evening to you, if you're still around the radio.
I'm over here at Nashville in Trumbull County. The annual Met Blocks Road. I've been over here for about 30-some years with my wife good. So I'm sitting here setting up for a fabulous weekend. Hopefully it will be okay. Hopefully it's not going to rain, although they are calling for it, so we'll see how that goes. Been a while since I checked in, and I decided to come in and say hello. And happy 4th of July to everybody out there listening. And hope everybody enjoyed their picnic today or anything in the future on the weekend. So, other than that, not a whole lot going on there. Just busy working. Not much radio play. So. Anyway, thank you for acknowledging, Bill. WMIK, back to you. Have a good night.
Very well, Jim. Thank you for checking in. I think the skies are going to be clear for the next few hours anyway, according to the wife, and maybe get the opportunity to go out pick up some firework displays up in Willoughby. That's our intention anyway. But thank you for checking in. You do enjoy your evening in 73. And it looks like the last and only Echolink station. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the net to all stations. So if you're within the sound of my voice and have the wattage to hit this machine and wish to give it the good old college try, anyone, anywhere for Lacaro Thursday night, 2-meter net, please call. This is N8IJG.
N8IJG. Whiskey 8 0 uniform. Stu, Painesville Township checking in. Needle Lane. Buffalo Shirley.
Very well. Got 3 stations there. Larry, LPC, Paul, VLA. But to start us off, Stuart, W8STU. Good evening, and how has your day been?
JG, WSTU. Well, good evening, Bill, and the rest of that. Well, by golly, really great day today. Sorry I didn't make the net this morning, Bill. I was sleeping. I've been, since I'm a midnight shifter, I'm on vacation, but dang on it, I've been having my old go to sleep at night, waking up late. And I didn't get up today till about 10:30, 11 o'clock. But my daughter wanted to go beat the fishies, as she always does it. And waited till the rain stopped. It rained there for a while. Then we all hopped in the truck, Wayne, Angeles, and myself, and headed east. And poured the rain down all the way until I got to Andover, and it was just sprinkling. We went over to Spillway there in Linesville, fed the fishes for a while, and the geese. And headed on back, and we stopped at in Andover there at an ice cream parlor and got some milkshakes. And then we headed back home. We were gone for about 3 hours. Had a really good time, enjoyed it, bring some time. Loves going to the spillway. She just gets a kick out of it. And right now I have 83 degrees and very humid. Whew. Thank goodness we got our central air on. But it was a really good day today. Really enjoyed it, and I think I'm gonna take her back to the beach fishes on Saturday. She likes it so much. And hopefully tomorrow we can get into the pool. after I cut the grass. Well, with that, I'll say 33, so be right. It's a great evening. And Big Dave to the ladies that might be listening. And until we talk again, God bless everyone. Back to net control, WSPOs.
Very well, Stuart. I'm glad you had a very enjoyable 4th with the family and found an activity that your daughter enjoys. So that is very commendable. Never had a work swing shift like that before, so I can understand. Kind of messes up the internal clock. I'm sure of that. Nice being on vacation, but it'll probably take you again a couple days to transform back to your normal routine. So thank you again for checking in. We'll say 73, listen along. I do have the audio news, and we'll bring that up in a little bit. And for any stations that are streaming or that are listening, I am streaming, being the first Thursday of the month, so YouTube channel, for anybody that wishes to, do a YouTube search for N8IJG. I did date the stream for 7/4, which I believe that's what I put in, 2019, and that'll take you to the live stream. So I wanted to interject that in, and we'll go down to Paul, KAVLA. Again, how was your day?
Well, nice to hear my old buddy Stuart out there, and he gave me an idea. I just bought this motor home and trying to get familiar with it. Maybe I'll take a ride out to the spill bay out there in Private Tuesday. Take a nice little ride and get used to the rain.
Yeah, that would be a nice opportunity. Spend the night. Give the entire van a workout.
If there was a double in there, let's see if somebody comes back. Yeah, I'm not quite ready. We're still going through the motion, get everything packed and finding out what we need to have in there, so on and so forth. So it'll take a little while. So I just want to get used to the rig and get it geared up and then actually take a trip.
Yeah, my suggestion would be a relatively short one first. I mean, make sure you have everything included in there. It is setting up a home for a short period of time, so you want to make sure you have the right utensils. So, yeah, that's now. Are you going to be using this shortly, or I know you said a retirement is coming up, and I forget when. So, going to use it on vacation.
Roger, just getting it set up, get familiar with it, take a short trip, stay overnight somewhere and find out all the things I don't have. I'm not new to camping. It's been a while. I still have a pad behind that's pretty well stocked up, so pretty much moving all that gear into the new rig and then finding out the little idiosyncrasies that exist. So I'm working on that, and my wife and I were sitting out there tonight. Got a couple of things we purchased store, and I'm like, well, here, right off the get-go, I need a razor blade or a knife or a scissors to open this package, and I don't have one.
Yeah, it's going to be learning by fire, so very good. Well, hopefully you will enjoy it. I'm sure you said you've done it previously. Wife and I have considered one. Both motorhome and a trailer, but and don't know. Sleeping on the ground just isn't for us anymore. So we're not sure what we're doing.
I've done the trailer thing off and on for many years, so again, I'm not a newbie to camping in itself, but was looking into the motorhome experience where it's like, geez, when I go away for the weekend, you unplug and you drive down the road. I don't have to hook up the truck to the camper and go through all that and say, oh, that's too much work, and we'll just stay home. So we'll see how that works out.
All right, Paul, you have to keep us informed on your progress. Anything else that you may have?
I guess that's it for the evening. Let the rain stop. We had a bit of a flooding issue here the other night. It wasn't good. Just way too much rain. I think it was like 9:30 and I got 9:30 I got an inch of rain in 15 minutes, and about a half an hour later I got another inch of rain in 15 minutes. Yeah, not good stuff. But anyhow, enjoy your evening. Thank you for the camaraderie, and I'll say 73 for tonight, KA.
Well, sorry about the rains. Must have been slightly isolated, because at least here in Wickliffe we really didn't get much. Had a very light drizzle this afternoon, and that was about it. And I don't think anything yesterday, at least if we did in the evening, it didn't wake me up at all. But sorry about that, but do appreciate you checking in, Paul, spending some time on the radio with us this evening. Listen along as time permits, and we'll say 73. And we'll check in on Larry, K8LPC, and send the airwaves over to him.
N8IJG in the group, K8LPC. Well, a very good evening to you, my friend. A very good evening to everyone. Yeah, I too slept in this morning, and I missed the trivia net. I got home fairly late last night. The guys and I worked a public service event. We worked the Fairport Harbor Mardi Gras, and that was a really good time. I'd like to expand on that a little bit. Let me grab a beep. We got there only to find out that we were shorthanded, but so were they. So I was assigned to the staging area 2 to help organize all the floats so they pull out in order. Well, the girl assigned to 2 was also assigned to 1, so she asked me to help her out, so I said, okay. And then guess what? The person we had assigned for Unit 3 lost track of days. So Ed asked me to help out with that, so I had a lot of walking to do. And I was skipping pretty good by the end of the day, I guarantee. But anyway, in Unit 3, there was this fairly large group. I believe they were called Affordable Face Painting. And I helped them get parked, and they were a really nice group of young people. And they set up a grill and stuff like that, and a couple of cuties came up to me and said that, hey, we got more food than we eat. We can eat. If you need some hamburgers or hot dogs, just come over here. You don't even need to ask. You were nice to us. Just come get them. So I did take advantage of that. But I really didn't pay attention that they were all getting dressed into various costumes and actually painted their faces. And the girls came back a little while later to talk to me some more, which I was glad of. But they were both ended up like skeletons. And that really surprised me. It was a really good rendition as well. But they were going for that zombie theme. They had Dracula and the cape and stuff like that, and it was all done very well. And what was really kind of neat about it, they walked most of the parade routes, which I followed in, and they had water bottles, and instead of throwing out candy so much, it was such a warm day. They threw out little bottles of water to people, and I thought that was kind of neat. They, threw out some candy too, but that was fun. And I had one of the race officials, not race, I should say Mardi Gras officials, ride with me, and she had a good time because a lot of people were just giving us kudos on amateur radio, so that made it kind of fun. Finished up without incident, and got home and stopped at Giant Eagle on the way home. I figured I'd get a steak or some burgers for today, and found out their parking lot was packed, waiting for the Chardon fireworks. But I did get some bratwurst, and I'm going to have another one in just a little bit. So that's really what it is, my friend. It's warm, it's humid, but at least it's not snowing. So life is good. So with that, Bill, let me give it back to you, and I'll be shutting down my mailbox mobile and going inside and listening for the audio news in just a little bit. Thank you so much for running the net. You do a most excellent job. N8IJG, K8LPC.
Very well, Larry. Glad you enjoyed yourself last evening. It's better than standing around and doing nothing, so I'm sure it did make the time pass quickly, and with face scanners, they were themed correctly for Mardi Gras, so very well. I'm glad things went well. Everything got together. It usually does. There's a lot of confused people, just don't see the confusion at the back end. So I do appreciate your help, both with the Mardi Gras as well as taking the net last week for me. So we'll probably be asking that again towards the end of the month. Almost seems like I've got at least one item going every month for the remainder of the year, and so I have to finalize out some dates for that. But mobile mailbox mobile is sounding good. Got in well today, so that's still functional. Got a good location, and thank you for checking in. And we'll be looking for your call on echoing. 73 for now, and have a very good evening. And this is N8IJG with the Lake County Amateur Radio Association Thursday night, 2-meter net. Are there additional check-ins at this time? Well, maybe a little bit sparse this evening, being the holiday. I didn't expect a great deal of check-ins. But we will check again and then continue on. Are there additional check-ins for the Thursday night 2-meter net? Well, then I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our club calendar, which is available at www.lcara.org. And if anybody saw some issues with the website this past week, I had to do some back-end work, do some migration and upgrading to it. But it should all now be up and functional, and as I said, just had some oddities to it and needed to fix those. As far as the calendar goes, kind of a light month as far as events. This Saturday, which is the 6th, is Civil War era music. And I believe that, if I can find my mouse pointer, is over at the Garfield National Historic building site on Menor Avenue. And you can check out more information about that. And the next item is a couple weeks away, and that's the 3rd Tuesday of the month, which is the 16th, and that's over at Perkins Pancake House, or Perkins, I guess it really is known as now, on Menor Avenue. Start time a little after 8, and I'll speak more about that. It's our weekly, or monthly, I should say, get-together. And at the end of the month, the 28th, which is a Sunday, Lacura Picnic will be taking place, as well as the Portage Ham Fest. So there's a few things on the calendar, so feel free to check out the website at www.lcara.org, and feel free to browse around. And this is N8IJG again with a Thursday night 2-meter net. Are there additional check-ins?
W8QL.
Rick, W8QL, good evening to you. And how was your day?
Day was pretty good there, Bill. Just took for a bike ride out toward Madison and Geneva on the lake, and came back. Got caught in a nice storm this afternoon. Got pretty wet, but saw the fireworks last night in Chardon. So and had a nice parade lineup with the Mardi Gras parade. It wasn't so big this year, but a lot of floats showed up and they easily checked in, and so that was good. So it's just been kind of a busy week here. I haven't done much with radio, a lot of noise on HF bands, so I would just work on little projects and get the bike ready to take a long trip. So back she comes, Bill, N8IJG, W8QL.
Okay, Rick, sorry about the rain. I'm sure it has happened to you before. Glad that the day went well, ride went well, and getting set for another one. Practice and keeping those leg muscles in tune. If you have anything else, back to you.
No, that's about it, but I've heard that you're doing some stuff with your profession, maybe doing some road rallying down there, is that correct?
And a little bit, yes. I am playing around with the vehicle, doing some slow speed autocross, and just through the club that I belong to, they do put on a couple of auto events. Nothing spectacular, but something to allow me to play with the car without the fear of any blue flashing lights appearing behind me.
The Lord knows you get a car like that, and blue flashing lights are always a constant worry. No question about it. What color is that car?
Ticket red.
Ticket red, my wife got a real kick out of that. Yeah, I've got a ticket red one too, but mine only goes about a third as fast as yours. Man alive. Well, I hope you enjoy what you're doing and take it to the fullest that you can take it. Be safe and have a good one. So have a nice rest of the 4th there, Bill. N8IJG, W8QL.
All right, Rick. Thank you for checking in. You enjoy your evening as well. 73. One additional item, thinking about the calendar, as Rick mentioned, maybe some scarcity noise whatsoever on HF. You may want to give, it runs I think till Sunday, that being the 13 Colonies special event. The original 13 Colonies, there's a station or couple that do run throughout each of the original 13 colonies. Exchange contact information with them, submit a form, and if you get 13, they will send you back a nice certificate. They change them around every year. I've done them a few times myself. Just giving people opportunity to get on the HF bands and play around and see how you can do. There's still time left. As I said, I haven't checked the website, but they will probably be wrapping up on Sunday. So still have time with a little bit of work. Get 13 colonies. There's 2 additionals specials that are out there, and but the main feat is the 13 colonies, so that event's on the air. So again, I'll do another check for the check-ins for the Thursday night 2-meter net. Without hearing any additional check-ins, I'll go ahead and bring up the ARRL audio news. It's 8 minutes and 42 seconds in length. After a couple button pushes, this will be N8IJG presenting the ARRL audio news.
ARRL Audio News, your weekly summary of news.
Oops. Let me get what it said.
Highlights from the world of amateur radio. If you retransmit audio news through a repeater, listen for the Morse code K character, followed by 4 seconds of silence. That's your cue to stop transmitting so that your repeater timer can reset.
I am Carla Pereira, KC1HSX, and I have a note for our listeners. Due to the closure of ARRL headquarters on July 4th and 5th, audio news will not be distributed next week. And now these are our stories for Friday, June 28th. The FCC has put a public notice for comment on petition for rulemaking, RM11843, that seeks the creation of a new 8-meter amateur radio allocation on a secondary basis. The petition suggests the new band could be centered on an industrial, scientific, medical segment somewhere between 40.51 and 40.70 megahertz. The spectrum between 40 and 41 megahertz is currently allocated to the federal government and as such, within the purview of the National Telecommunications and Information Administration. ARRL member Michelle Bradley, KU3N of Maryland, filed a petition in May on behalf of REC Networks, which she founded and described in the petition as a leading advocate for a citizen's access to spectrum, including amateur radio spectrum. An allocation in the 8-meter band is available to radio amateurs in Ireland, where the Irish Radio Transmitter Society has developed a band plan for 40 through 41 megahertz. A World Radio Communication Conference 2023 agenda item proposing to study a range of frequencies, including potentially reassigning 144 through 146 megahertz as a primary aeronautical mobile service allocation, drew little opposition at a meeting of the European Conference of Postal and Telecommunications Administrations in Prague, Czech Republic. Introduced by France, the proposal targeting 144 through 146 megahertz would be part of a broader consideration of spectrum allocated to the aeronautical mobile service. Another issue addressed during the meeting concerned the sharing of the amateur radio 1240 through 1300 MHz band with Europe's Galileo GPS system. The International Amateur Radio Union, which was represented at the PROD meeting, expressed grave concern about any proposal that would include 144 to 146 MHz in the proposed Aeronautical Mobile Services agenda item. IARU has pledged to make every effort to fully protect amateur radio interests. The annual Original 13 Colonies special event will mark its 11th anniversary this year. The event gets underway on July 1st at 1300 UTC and runs through July 7th at 0400 UTC. Special event stations with one-by-one call signs will represent the original 13 U.S. colonies. Each special event station will have its own QRZ.com profile page. Participating stations try to contact all 13 colony stations plus the 2 bonus stations. Call signs and their respective states are K2A, New York, K2B, Virginia, K2C, Rhode Island, K2D, Connecticut, K2E, Delaware, K2F, Maryland, K2G, Georgia, K2H, Massachusetts, K2I, New Jersey, K2J, North Carolina, K2K, New Hampshire, K2L, South Carolina, and K2M, Pennsylvania. The Islands on the Air, or IOTA, Amateur Radio Awards Program announced 6 new island entities at its ham radio forum in Friedrichshafen, Germany this past weekend. The new groups have provisional numbers and will need to be confirmed by an operation after June 22nd that meets the 1,000 contact requirement in addition to other validations. Credit for prior operations will be considered only after a group number has been confirmed. Addition of the 6 new groups takes the total of confirmed or provisional IOTA numbers to 1,172, of which 1,131 have seen activity. IOTA policy caps the program at 1,200 groups. The new groups are AS-06, Honshu's Coastal Islands, East Japan, AS-07, Chukchi Sea Coast Center Group, Russia, OC-298, Tatakotu Atoll, Tuamotu Islands, French Polynesia, OC-299, Yap East Group, State of Yap, Federated States of Micronesia, OC-300, Nikin and Nikumaru Atolls, Phoenix Islands, Central Kiribati, SA-101, Alejandro Selkirk Island, Juan Fernandez Archipelago, Chile. A jury's research paper published in the magazine Nature titled Oscillations of the Baseline of Solar Magnetic Field and Solar Irradiance on a Millennial Timescale suggests that a grand solar minimum, similar to the legendary Maunder minimum, is approaching. The researchers claim that it could start as early as next year and last for 3 solar cycles. That would be bad news for HF enthusiasts who are already struggling with marginal conditions.
And now with this week's satellite update, here's Bruce Page, KK5DO.
We have a few new satellites up there. There were a total of 24 satellites, not all amateur, launched June 25th. PSAT-2 from the U.S. Naval Academy was one of them. It has APRS 1200 baud packet on 145.825 MHz and PSK-31 and SSTV on 435.350 MHz. Lightsail 2 from the Planetary Society was also launched on the 25th. You can listen for it on 437.025 MHz using 9600 BPS AX25 FSK. The call sign is WM9XPA. The University of Texas in Austin also had a satellite on board. It is called Armadillo. Its mission is to collect debris impact data, characterize ionospheric changes using GPS occultation, and evaluate a guidance, navigation, and control suite. It has 19.2K GFSK on 437.525 MHz and was heard over Japan
N8IJG. Congrats to all the students, builders, and designers of all the satellites that were successfully launched and activated. This is Bruce Page, KK5DO, for the ARRL Audio News.
I'm Steve Ford, WB8IMY, and this is the ARRL Audio News propagation forecast for Friday, June 28th. A tiny sunspot appeared recently, but it's not expected to do much. In fact, by the time you hear this forecast, it may have rotated entirely out of view. As a result, the solar flux index did edge up slightly to 68. Geomagnetic conditions are relatively quiet, so look for some weak band openings as high as 15 meters. On VHF and UHF, not only is 6 meters still doing well, some intense openings on 2 meters have been reported in the central U.S. Look for these to move gradually east over the next few days.
And that concludes ARRL Audio News for this week. Our thanks to all contributors to this week's report. ARRL Audio News is produced by the American Radio Relay League, the National Association for Amateur Radio. For more information on amateur radio or the ARRL, visit us on the web at arrl.org. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter by searching for ARRL. If you have a question or comment about ARRL Audio News, email us at audionews@arrl.org. This program is copyright ARRL, all rights reserved. 73, and thanks for listening.
The ARRL Audio News is a weekly presentation of the Lake County Amateur Radio Association. And this is N8IJG with the Lake County Amateur Radio Association Thursday night, 2 meter net. Are there additional check-ins at this time? Ooh, I'm going to stand by. We've got an Echolink station. Mark, KC8FQV, we'll bring you in first. So Mark, KC8FQV, how copy?
I copy good in stereo. Yes, in stereo. So, had a good day on the parade. Yes, sir, I hear myself now coming back to the YouTube channel side. You know, it's great doing that because I can see how well I sound. I do that sometimes when I get into the Parma one or when Eddie has the connection into either 7.6 or 8.2. I can see how I was down on the RF side through Echolink. But today everything went good. Nice parade. And seen a lot of old people. You know, the teacher I had, he's of course, he does that winter deal going down to Florida in the winter. I seen the nurse that we used to have at the school. And in our fire. Yeah, he was a fire inspector. Me and him we knew each other close there, and his wife, had the area. She said, "Yeah, I remember you always had kids out." She used to help do band uniforms. You know, there's always a lot of fitting of the band uniform for the kids. She used to spend many hours doing that. So everything went great. That's I always like seeing all those folks, so, and every 4th of July I've been doing that. So, we'll send it back your way, Bill, KCLQV.
KC8FQV, N8IJG. Very well, Mark. Glad you enjoyed the 4th. I was able to meet up with a bunch of acquaintances, and I had an enjoyable afternoon or morning at the parade, whenever it occurred. And glad you were able to use the streaming to check out your audio. I just try to do a variety of experimentation around here, kind of change up the net a little bit and give people opportunities to experiment around, maybe get a thought for their own club or organization and give it a shot. So that's the purpose for doing the video streaming. Anything else, Mark, that you may have for the net?
Alright, in that case, pretty well. Hopefully Doug is doing good. I don't know if he got in there today and left, or I assume he might have been busy with doing something else out there in California. Yeah, I heard there was an earthquake somewhere. Oh, California, where it was, I think. And it was so short they didn't have no time to prepare. It was there. And of course, the other day, it was raining down southwest of me in Akron and points west there, and we didn't receive our rain until like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. But you know, it's real interesting to use all this technology we have in our hands and fingers to do different things like you're doing. You know, I look at the webcams. You know, it's very amazing what they're doing over there on Valley View with the bridge going over to the valley. And they're saving a lot of light by using the two bridges they're standing there carrying the beams out for the new one. I think what they're going to do, once they get the center bridge built, they're going to close one of the bridges on either one side or the other and rebuild it. And then they'll go to the other one.
Oh, time it.
You know, things change, things keep moving. My cousin, she said, I remember when she said when I started working at GM and farm, how dirty it was, and you know, she had to sometimes go down and work in the basement.
Take a break, Mark.
She said it's gotten a lot cleaner. So, you know, things are improving, and you know, hey, our cars are getting dull, man. You know, sometimes it's
Mark on key.
Let's send it back to that, J-W-D.
Yes, the video, the technology has helped out dramatically. Yeah, I was trying to prompt you to unkey. I was worried that you were going to time it out, but you got the entire segment in. So, yeah, the audio or video cameras that are throughout the U.S. Do allow us to now peek in on a lot of activity and construction, some of which we enjoy, some of which we don't. So, but very well, Mark. Doug did not check in this evening, so I'm sure he and Sheila had some other plans. There was an earthquake in California, outside of LA, more towards the eastern part of southeastern part of the state. I guess it was felt all the way into Nevada, even though it was just light. And here in Wickliffe, we had one a couple weeks ago. That was outside Lake Erie off of East Lake somewhere. So, but very well. Thank you for checking in. We'll say 73, and you have a very good evening. And this is N8IJG with the Lake County Amateur Radio Association Thursday night 2-meter net. Are there any additional check-ins? Then it appears we'll start to bring the net to a close. If you've been out there listening to us on a scanner and have always wondered how to become an amateur radio operator, look at the Lucero website at www.lcara.org and feel free to contact any one of the board members to learn how we can assist you in earning your amateur radio license. And I'll put a final call out to see if there are any additional check-ins for the Thursday night 2-meter net. gentlemen, this has been a regularly scheduled session of the Lake County Amateur Radio Association Thursday night 2-meter net. We meet every Thursday on this frequency at 7 p.m. local time. I would like to thank LaCara for the use of this repeater, and hearing no additional check-ins, I'm going to go ahead and close this session of the Thursday night 2-meter net at 7:48 p.m. local time, and I'll return the repeater to regular amateur radio use. Good evening to all. 73. This is N8IJG.